And we're here with Ryan Luce State Farm, and thanks for joining us and being a part of the Gobbler Games. Of course, an instrumental part of putting this together. How important is this to have this event for the community?
Oh, I think each year it gets a little bit more and more of a following, and I think it's important for our community because it was something that 3 years ago when we started this, it was something that we thought there was a lacking need for to kick off the season. So as far as getting everybody excited about the season that's coming up, I think we've got a great lineup of folks, and it's kind of changed hands a few times, but a lot of the Wabash Valley teams that have always been supportive of this event, and I think Terre Haute South's done a great job taking over with Ed Jarvis, kind of spearheading everything. We just had this vision a few years ago, and hopefully it just continues to grow and we keep having it.
I remember when I was talking to Tony Harper about the event beginning, and said, "Hey, we're gonna partner with them and we're gonna help cover this event." I was like, "Wow, that is actually a really good idea." When you look at the timing of it. And obviously, people around this area just love basketball.
Right.
A lot of people are having some holiday time off. You're, right after Thanksgiving. You ready to have a little break for your family, maybe even. So you come out and watch a full day of basketball, and the attendance and the following is just really grown, like as you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's kind of like you mentioned, the holiday time. The Saturday after Thanksgiving is what we shoot for. It's easy to remember, and while everybody in the Wabash Valley is in town visiting friends and family, I think it's kind of like a reunion for all of us too. So everybody at the game catches up, and it's kind of a revolving door. So you see, some of the guys that we knew back when we played and coached and all that stuff from the 90s and all that and before. So you'll see them come back, support their alma mater, get to catch up, and a lot of families too. We've seen some generational, some groups of grandpas and dads and all that stuff coming out and watching a full day of basketball for what we think is a really good deal. $10 for 6 games. I don't think you can get that anymore.
No, you can't beat that. We start with. I believe we start with West Vigo, in North Vermilion in the 10 o'clock game. We finish with Terre Haute North and Evansville Christian. Evansville Christian, a brand new school to the event. Very new school overall. I think it's been in existence 5 or 6 years. So some teams that we've had before. I think Sullivan, I believe this is their first year in the Gobbler game. So bringing some, whether it be a brand new school or a team as entrenched in tradition as Sullivan, but their first time in the Gobbler games, getting some new blood in.
Yeah, absolutely. The Evansville Christians, a great pickup for us. I know they got a talented team. They're going to have their hands full with Coach Wolfley's Patriots squad, but I think that, as a nightcap, it's going to be a perfect game for us. And then Sullivan, Coach Moore, he and I were just talking about, him, I think it was year 34, he said. Yeah. And so the success he's had at Sullivan, such a tradition-rich school and town. I think they've got some young talent too, so it's going to be fun to catch up and watch them. Since my involvement with the WIC back in the days, coaching at South Vermilion, Coach Moore always knew you had to bring your A game. So I think each year we're going to try to rotate some, get the local flavor, continue with the Big Four around here, and then some of the Wabash River Conference schools, and then bring in some teams that people don't see very often around here.
And I know, of course, your son playing at Park Heritage. I know he enjoys his event, Park Heritage, and the Coach Chelsky, always such a talented group. But it's got to be pretty fun seeing your boy out there on the big stage.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking, I guess, as a dad, all these years of being around, whether it be coaching or just watching games, but when your son's out there, it's a whole different ball game. And there's a little bit of a backstory to this one. So my roommate in college, Joel Thomas, his son plays for Evansville Harrison.
Nice.
So, and Evansville Harrison's obviously going to be a really good team. Yeah. So, yeah, Brooks Thomas, he's a big, strong post player, and my son's, kind of more of a guard-oriented thing. But it'll be fun to see, roommates from the 90s, and our son's going at it. It'll be fun.
Have you guys been able to connect a little bit, maybe talk a little trash?
Oh yeah, we actually went down to Evansville to a USI game, and yeah. So our sons were together, so they know each other, so it'll be fun. I think this, sports in general around here is kind of what brings everybody together. So, it's kind of good to rehash it, and hopefully we play well enough to, give them a game.
And I'd be remiss if I don't mention, your profession, being with State Farm, and giving you a chance to talk about your company and what you can do for people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're on year 6 now of our office. So, we're licensed in Illinois and Indiana. So we do a lot of business in Terre Haute. So we can take care of any needs that on the insurance and financial services. We're really invested in the schools. So obviously, my history with the administration and being in the schools, it's something that we think shares the values of State Farm as well as the values of our community. So helping the youth in any way we can. And our other partners, Rob York was unable to be here; he's out of time, and Chad Overton with Surf Pro. I think we're all like-minded.
Yes.
And then obviously with Jeff Mahalik and Mossy Oak Properties, I think we've got the perfect group of 4 people that have the same vision. Our companies stand behind kind of the same vision as well. So we hope to build this, well into the future. Hopefully it's something that everybody in the Wabash Valley can look forward to every year.
And that's Ryan Luce with Ryan Luce State Farm. Thank you for what you're doing with the community and with the high school sports in the area. Best of luck to your organization.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.